Hey, I'm Tyler.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Michael. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, a podcast where Tyler remembers the 90s fondly and Katie fondles our 90s memories.
Wow. Oh, man, that's great.
I'm so happy.
Michael wins.
Was up late at night. I was like, what am I going to say on this podcast?
It's good that you work, because when we do it, you don't hear this usually, but it's like 20 minutes of us going, oh my god, what are we going to say?
Well, you've been airing that part lately. I've been enjoying that. That's been fun.
And it's
just
like...
One.
It's always like that, though. And they're usually not funny. We're just, like, looking at each other angrily, like, you didn't think of something? I didn't think of something.
Well, ours were like that, too. We'd always mess up the intro.
That's true.
Yeah.
Tyler and I used to do a podcast together as well.
So, for anyone listening who has no idea what's going on, we have Michael sitting here in the Not-Stalgia dome. That didn't work.
No.
What could we call this?
It is a dome. There's no windows. It's been 3 days.
Not-Stalgia Studios, guys.
Yeah, there you go. And Not-Stalgia Studios here. For anyone who has not followed our illustrious history podcasting together, we hosted a show together. I always think, even though I was on every episode, I thought of it as you hosting and me as like a guest, basically.
You as like
that
a small gremlin.
That way, I didn't have to do any work, and it was great.
Well, it was key, because what would happen is I would watch a movie every week, and I'd talk about the movie. I watched 3 movies a week. That was hard.
Because you had a list of 200, 300...
Yes, and then it eventually went up to 6, and now
600 movies
I'm still going through
where
them.
People said, you gotta watch this movie.
Yeah.
And so our podcast was called You Gotta Watch.
You Gotta Watch. And I would watch them for you, tell you about the movie, and then Tyler would bring all the fun facts.
Yes, and just sit there and listen, because we were on the phone, and I just always felt like, it's when you're talking to someone on the phone who is like doing the majority of the conversation, which of course in our role you would be, because you were telling me about the movie. You don't want to interject too much, because you interject and then it's like
hard to
they
know.
don't hear it right away because there's a quick delay. I always felt like I don't want to interject too much. Just the phone format, I always felt limited.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we did one together.
We did a couple together. Those were really fun. We did Monty Python one together.
Yeah, and I always enjoyed those a lot more.
Yeah.
So here we are, doing another podcast
together.
This podcast.
I know.
And you have brought all the work. You did all the work this time?
I
Michael?
did. Now I got the fun facts.
That's true.
Share your side note.
Michael is actually one of the few people who can weigh in on what 90s Katie was like. Because Michael and I have known each other since
kindergarten. Were you in Garrison? Were we in Garrison together?
We were at the Red Table, man.
We were at the Red Table.
Red Table.
Wow. Is that significant?
Was
it you and Kara Beiswanger?
Yeah.
Was each table a different color?
Yeah. Well,
that's how
it's like for kids. Like, you used to the blue table.
It wasn't like
I think it was just
he
like
painted this table red.
No.
I see.
Yeah.
And it's easier than grouping them by like, here's all the paste eaters and like, here are the kids that
which honestly they might have done that and not told us. We were
delicious.
Both dorks.
Yeah. So exactly.
So I'm gonna take the back seat here because I've only known you since I don't know. You were like 17.
It's pretty weird.
So
Michael's known me forever. Weigh in on what 90s Katie was like. Maybe use like 6 adjectives.
Books.
What? That's not an adjective. We didn't learn too much in that class.
The Red Table was for dumb kids.
So let's try again.
Yeah.
Bookish.
Bookish.
Okay.
Thoughtful. Quiet. Kind. Friendly.
Well, that's nice.
And nerdy.
You're repeating yourself. Bookish and nerdy mean the same thing.
No, it's
kind and friendly mean the same thing.
But you could be into books, but like have a more of a social presence.
Right. Yeah, I did not.
Especially the nerdy.
So it was like you were like me. You're like a little strange.
The word nerdy now means like, I like Marvel movies and you
still are nerdy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Bookish
but it was. Michael can confirm that like I really didn't consume
ingest any media. Would you come to school, Michael, with like, oh my god, did you see this episode of Rugrats last night? And Katie'd be like, I don't know what you mean.
I don't even know what we talked about back then.
I have no idea.
Paint?
Mostly Harry
colors.
Potter. Actually, mostly Harry Potter.
We did both read Harry Potter, yeah.
That was a big topic.
That was exciting.
Are you, per Not-Stalgia, more of a Katie or more of a Tyler for how much media you consumed as a kid?
I have an answer and a question. More as a Tyler for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely loved consuming media. I thought I had seen every Rugrats episode. I don't know if that was true or not, but I would tell people that.
Really? Was that your fact as a kid?
I'd be like, have you seen, when you're like a kid, you just like say stuff. You're like, I've seen everyone, you haven't. And I'm like, yes, I have. And what I would do is, I remember distinctly once, I would make up an episode, be like, have you seen the one where they couldn't find the ketchup?
No.
And they'd be like, yeah. And I'm like, well, you're a liar, because that's not an episode.
Even though I'm a liar for making that up. Wow.
That's amazing.
That's insane. You were this like gatekeeping Rugrats
fan. I
I
was a crazy person.
That's insane.
And I still am, not with Rugrats, but with anything. I just like, we did a podcast about watching movies, and I'm still going through that list.
Have you done that to people recently? Like if they proclaim they're going like something and you make up...
Have you seen Goodfellas 2? That crossover with Ghostbusters? It's not a movie. You're a liar.
Game of Thrones. You're like, oh yeah? Did you see the most recent episode where Tyrion gets wings and flies around? They're like, yeah, totally.
Yeah. So my question is, I've been dying to ask this, and I'm trying to save it for this podcast. is more splats a good or a bad thing?
Michael, the splats, it's like, on whose line is it
But do
anyway?
you want splats or do you not want splats?
Nobody
depends on
knows.
the
She
day.
doesn't
I
understand
don't
her own
understand.
system is the answer to that question.
Okay, that's good.
I think it's more of like it's a feeling. Splats is a feeling.
I would wait until there was Katie really disliked this one. Like, let's see what she says. It's gonna tip me off
you
with the
figure it
splat
out,
system.
and she's like 32 splats.
And I was like, all right, splats mean bad. And the next time you get a good movie, you get a lot of splats. I was like, wait, I must have remembered wrong.
Splats are so inconsistent. Not only do we not use them in every episode, it's every once in a while, but they have absolutely no value.
Yeah.
Sometimes negative splats is bad, and sometimes it's good. I don't really. Nobody knows. We'll see how many splats Seinfeld gets.
Yeah.
It's weird to think that Seinfeld coexisted with the splat era of television.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Because did you watch Seinfeld when it was on, or did you?
Yeah, so I wanted to talk
later?
about that because I know a lot of your podcast is kids stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had purchased a portable DVD player, which was if you could get one of those when you're a kid for road trips and stuff, that was the best.
You're good. You'll never have to listen to your kid again speak because they'll just zone out
Yeah.
and watch the show.
So we got one of those, and then they started releasing the Seinfeld season DVDs about one a year. I don't know, when I was starting in
that was the thing
third
back then,
grade or something.
They
Yeah.
would put them out one a year, even though they had come out 10 years before.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're the anticipation.
And it took them
mounts.
until 2015 to get onto Hulu. They were slow because they're getting so many. They're still get all the syndication money.
You could watch 3 episodes on Crackle if you want. 3 random episodes.
Yeah, so I would get those, and I would cover myself under the covers like a little tent, and I would just watch Seinfeld over, and because I don't want to skip around and pick up. It's such a chore on a DVD player to go through.
Yeah.
So I just hit play. So I've seen certain episodes many more times because they're the start of a CD, but I would just stay in my room and watch Seinfeld.
Have you seen every episode of Seinfeld?
Multiple times.
Or is this like a Rugrats
And I've
thing?
seen every behind the scenes of Seinfeld.
Yeah, for real?
Read the
Did you see
Seinfeld
the season of Curb Your Enthusiasm where they did a Seinfeld reunion?
Sure did. That's a good one.
All right. How about the Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee where he interviews George? I know you've seen everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of things to catch you. Did you see the episode where they couldn't find the ketchup? Where Jerry's out of ketchup. Kramer really wants a hot dog.
They fight. I actually saw him live in Atlantic City.
You did?
10 years ago, 8 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We always joke that this is our joke about you that you haven't heard, so you're probably like, uh-oh. Katie and I often joke that you see every huge comedian by accident when you go to see stand-up.
That's true.
Who did you see Louis C.K.?
I've seen Louis C.K. I've seen Judd Apatow, Chris Rock. That was really
so it's
exciting.
not a joke. We don't have a joke. That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
So
Yeah.
when we were talking about you coming over to do this Seinfeld episode, we were like, oh, Michael's probably seen Seinfeld 50 times by accident when he went to see some no-name bit at the comedy store.
I would love to see him by accident. That seems more exciting than planning.
That happens though, right? I've heard the rumor is that he just pulls up in his really expensive car, gets tickets while it's there because he's like, I'll just pay the tickets, and runs in and does
interesting.
A half hour and leaves.
Well, after he finished the show, he threw away all his material and wanted to start fresh to see what it was like to be a new comic.
The one you saw in Atlantic City?
No, this
after
is years after.
Seinfeld.
After Seinfeld finished.
See.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so in that first year, I think he did a special by the end of it. So that's an hour it takes. It usually takes a comedian about a year to get 15 minutes.
Yeah. Right.
But he said it was still a huge problem. One of the things he always talks about is with comedians, it doesn't matter if you're famous. If you're famous and you go on stage, you're going to get a big boost. Everyone will be excited to see you.
Yes, people will laugh even.
But in a minute, if you're not funny after that, they're not going to laugh.
Interesting. Yeah.
So no matter who you are, it's equal grounds when you're on standing up. So Seinfeld, I got some fun facts for you.
So load us up with some Seinfeld info. We need to know all the information.
So Seinfeld was created by Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David. Do you know much about Larry David?
I know that he sort of looks like Bernie Sanders.
He does? Okay.
He did play Bernie Sanders on SNL.
That's really all I got.
Do you know his personality at all?
He's sort of like...
She made a face. That's correct.
This is a visual. It's not a visual medium.
Put your chin down and kind of frown a little bit. He's
he's
neurotic.
grumpy.
He's kind of like a Woody Allen type, right?
No.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, that's part of it.
But less weird.
He says all the things that you're thinking,
his
but you would never say because it doesn't really matter that much.
Oh,
but then he says it and causes problems.
Okay,
got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his whole humor is all based on social uncomfortable.
Just like Jerry.
Oh.
Yeah, so the character of George is based off of Larry. Larry was originally going to be on the show, but they thought having 2 stand-ups might be a lot, so they did George instead. And there's a great behind-the-scenes feature where Jason Alexander, who plays George, said that it was early in the run, like season 2, and he goes to Larry and he goes, Larry, this would never happen to someone. He's referring to the script. And even if it did, no one would respond this way. And Larry goes, "That happened to me," and that's exactly how I responded. So ever since then, Jason never questioned him.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's made by Jerry and Larry. George is based off Larry. It ran from 1989 to 1998.
89?
Yeah. The first season only had 6 episodes. They didn't think it was going to get picked up. 9 seasons, 180 episodes. It's been in syndication by Sony ever since. Hulu picked it up in June of 2015. It's consistently ranked as one of the best sitcoms of all time. A little bit about the show. It's 4 friends in New York. They're all slightly horrible people.
I'm in.
It's joked that the show is about nothing. That's truer more for the early seasons than it is for the later seasons. They had a full episode where they just waited to be called for their Chinese food table at a restaurant. And just them waiting for 20 minutes. Another episode where they're trying to find the car in a parking garage. It was a show about nothing, commenting on the mundane things in life, much like Jerry's humor. Reasons why I think you'll like it. It's interspersed with stand-up comedy. So Jerry usually does a bit in the beginning that's kind of related to what you're about to see, and a bit at the end. Okay. Sometimes in the middle. That kind of also sorts of drops off as the show gets older. Yeah, I was going to ask,
they didn't do that all the way through, right?
They would sprinkle it in once in a while, but it just became much less and less frequent.
Right. But in the early seasons, every episode started with him doing stand-up.
Yeah, and you've probably seen bits based off of that. It's got the red curtain behind him. Yeah. It's not for kids. You don't like kid stuff, so it's not overstimulating. It's not flash. There's not bombs and screaming.
Good point. Yeah, I'll take that.
We've not watched a single not for kids show yet. This is the first one.
Oh, well, we're really jumping in with a really not for kids episode.
Oh no.
It's got great writing. Tyler and I were just talking about this in the car. Something that's great about the writing is whether there's one storyline for all of them, or more likely between 2 and 4 storylines that are spread out. By the end of the episode, they often do this thing where they all crash into each other in an unexpected and really funny way.
Okay.
And my last thing is that it pushed the boundaries of its time. So think of the sitcoms of the time. You've got very family based,
this
all
is
on
when
the family.
Steve Urkel is on TV in the early
loving
90s. Yeah, that's
family values, and now you have these people that are not really great people,
really selfish.
Yeah,
okay. I never realized this before, and I'm sure everyone listening is going to say this is really obvious, but It's Always Sunny is
It's
Seinfeld
very
now,
much compared to Seinfeld.
Way pushed into the extreme direction. When you said they're all horrible people, that's how It's always. I never realized.
Yeah, Sunny's often compared to modern Seinfeld.
Interesting.
I'm in.
Do you watch Sunny?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 90s Sunny,
but way much toned down from that. They're not like that. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I encourage you to watch this as if you're in the 90s, and this just came on after Home Improvement. Now you see these...
It's just Tim Allen grunting for 30 minutes, and then this. And you're like, whoa.
So I have a question for you before we start. I have a picture.
Okay.
Here. This is the cast of Seinfeld. I want you to describe the picture, describe the people, and tell me what you know. It's a very character-based sitcom.
Michael's better at this than I am. You should be on every episode.
I'm divorcing you.
I want to know if you know their names and what you know about the characters.
So this is Jerry Seinfeld, right? A.K.A. Windbreaker Teeth. Right? And he's a funny guy, but also what's the deal with this?
Very accurate.
Right?
Yeah, you got it.
So this is Elaine. Mm-hmm. Hair, eyes.
Crazy hair.
Yep. I know that she's not a good dancer.
That's an episode.
Right, that's broke through to your pop culture barrier.
This is Larry David with black hair. Wait. George Costanza. Larry David with black hair.
Correct.
I feel like he wears tighty whities, briefs.
That sounds. There's
a
where
famous
he falls.
picture where he's in. Oh wait, this is a different one.
He runs out of the bathroom and Jerry answers the phone. He's supposed to pretend to be someone else. He's like, "Say that you're this."
And he's in tighty whities.
He comes.
There's a famous one where he's in white boxers posing for those.
Oh, maybe
pictures.
it was
I feel
boxers.
Like he
wears,
I don't know.
That's one where he's in those boudoir pictures.
Those are good.
I'm getting a briefs vibe. And then we have Kramer, questionable statements. Right?
In
real life.
That's real life. That's real life.
But that was 2005. Probably.
Yeah.
I just feel like Kramer's nuts.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
He's the crazy neighbor.
See?
So to clarify, we didn't mention this yet. Have you seen an episode of Seinfeld ever?
No, but I understand tropes.
Yeah.
So
a lot of tropes came out of Seinfeld. I don't know if this originated in Seinfeld, but Kramer is sort of the iconic crazy next door neighbor.
Right. Yeah. That. I think that predates Seinfeld, but he is
the best version of it.
Yeah, he's
and he's probably the best actor, I think. He really studied the physical comedy of it. He was really into it. Jerry's the worst actor. It's an ongoing joke that he can't act in the show. You see him laughing during the show.
Even though it's his show.
Elaine, I think you'll like a lot.
Yeah. Because we're both terrible dancers.
That's true.
And then George is Larry. Yeah, those are the 4 characters.
I think this is going to be good.
Let's do it.
So we're watching. All right. So
What do we watch?
We've got 2 episodes. Is that all right? Is 2 too many?
No, two is
the
usual amount.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. I wrote them down here. The first is what is often in the top 1 to 3 episodes when ranked.
Fair.
It's called The Contest.
Okay.
This is probably the most controversial Seinfeld. Not controversial. Just when it came out, it was like, wow, they did that in the 90s.
In the 90s. All right.
You'll see why.
Yeah. And then it's season 4, episode 11. And then the second one is my personal favorite, The Marine Biologist. That's season 5, episode 14.
Cool. I'm
Good
in.
spread.
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, where's my money? Who caved?
Not me.
Not me.
What are you looking at?
There's a naked woman across the street.
This is gonna be the easiest money I've ever made in my life. So my friend Joyce is teaching an aerobics class. I'm gonna go tonight.
Yeah, well, the waitress should have taken it back.
So then I got a call this morning. You know, I was chosen to go on the space shuttle. We're going to Mars.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good time.
I'm out.
Oh my god, everyone in the audience is so 90s.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
The outfits are great.
It's really weird to hear a laugh track on this. This show would be really good without a laugh
We
track.
haven't had a laugh track in a long time.
I know.
Much as I assume we will. They don't say a word referencing this the entire episode.
That's the famous
And that's-
thing about
yeah.
this. Because they couldn't,
Yeah.
right?
That's awesome.
Exactly,
It was
yeah.
a censor issue.
They brought
But
it to the censors and they were like, yep, it's fine.
It's much funnier that they don't.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, absolutely.
And it makes it so much more creative.
I'm already in love with Elaine.
I'm so happy to hear that.
I'm just so
I
happy.
just want to point out, I've showed you 40-some shows and nothing.
How do you feel about her?
Michael comes over and he's got that right away.
That's
Like
why we're
the
divorcing.
big-
What I like about this is that it's something where I could see like you going to a diner with 4 of your friends and you're just it's really super relatable.
Yeah.
That's
You know
why I think the
Shoot the
charm of
breeze.
Seinfeld is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kramer is, by the way, famous for his entrances.
Okay.
He slides in through the door and they would have to replace the door multiple times every season.
This episode's just going to be us laughing. There's no concept.
I've literally never been more engaged with the show and less engaged with podcasting right now. Michael, you simultaneously
I'm so happy to hear that.
You've absolutely destroyed the podcast. You've
But
made my
found
life
a
so
good
much
show.
better.
We'll have a 10-minute intro, a 30-second interlude.
It's just, and then, we're back. He is a bad actor, right?
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
delivery from Jerry is pretty bad.
He just made a shopping list.
Yeah.
Wasn't I'm in this contest and
I've seen him talk about when he's in these shows, he would just sit there and think, like, wow, that person in front of me is really doing some great acting right now. Like, he's just totally
That's
out
what's
of
going
it.
through his head, and then he's like,
He's like, oh crap, I got a line.
I just want to point out, Jerry has a lot of cereal for a single guy.
He does.
We have maybe 1 box in the house at a time, and there's 2 of us.
What cereal are you going for?
Raisin Bran, Honey Bunches of Oats, but
Crisp Hexagons.
It's the oldie brand. It's not
so they call it
it's not
crisp
the name.
hexagons. It's like describing a
They come in
cereal
that
to an
bag.
alien. Yeah. All right. Infinite splats.
Wow,
wow.
that could be
Forever.
a bad thing.
No. That's I honestly I don't know.
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli. I got about 50 feet out, and suddenly, the great beast appeared before me. I tell you, he was 10 stories high if he was a foot. As if sensing my presence, he let out a great bellow. I said, easy, big fella. And then, as I watched him struggling, I realized that something was obstructing its breathing. From where I was standing, I could see directly into the eye of the great fish.
Mammal.
Whatever.
Hey, what did you do next?
Well, then, from out of nowhere, a huge tidal wave lifted me, tossed me like a cork, and I found myself right on top of him, face to face with the blowhole. I could barely see from the waves crashing down upon me, but I knew something was there. So I reached my hand in, felt around, and pulled out the obstruction.
So this is Marine Biologist. Now, fun fact about this one. At the end, George delivers a monologue.
Okay.
This monologue was one of the few rewrites that was written on Seinfeld, and Jerry and Larry tell a story about they were up late and they were both hysterically laughing when they realized, and he didn't have time to rehearse it. He read it once and then read it live, and that's the taping that you're going to see.
He has more cereal now than he did last season.
It's every drawer, every cabinet.
He has every cereal
he's
ever
like
made.
A single guy.
I guess that's the point.
In real life, he does it too. In real life,
does
he's
he
really
eat
into
cereal for like breakfast and lunch and maybe dinner sometimes?
Yeah, he wears sneakers in real life. He has cereal.
Right.
It's like very much his. It's based on his life.
Isn't there a Superman in every episode? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's the rumor, but it's really just most episodes.
Oh, yeah, he's on the fridge.
Even above the fridge, it's all cereal.
Yeah. Cereal goes bad though. If he opened one of those bags, there's 20. I'm not kidding. 20
Yeah, it needs
boxes
to be
of
every
cereal.
meal for him to go through this quantity.
If he opened one and then like alternate it, it would go stale.
So, do they all go to college together?
So he and George went to college
okay.
together. He dated Elaine before the series started,
Okay.
and Kramer is across the hall from him.
Okay. Do we ever see the inside of Kramer's apartment?
A few times.
Yeah,
it
when he
full
gets a
of, like-
hot tub and
There's
Yeah.
like jungle things on the walls.
it's really wild.
Is it full of like dead cats?
At one point, there's like these Chinese businessmen from out of town. He's keeping them in his dresser drawers. He's like, they like it like that. They used to confined spaces. And then the hot tub heats up the wood, and they all get stuck in the dresser.
Interesting that she's just smoking in a hotel lobby and it's no big thing.
Interesting. I didn't
They're
even
kicking
know
her
that.
out for the beeping organizer, but not her lit cigarette.
All right. So how do you feel? How was your first Seinfeld experience?
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally sold.
So you got Hey Arnold and
Yeah.
you got Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's really it. Everything
So,
else just sucks.
I think there's one of two things need to happen. Either one,
Okay.
we need to watch more 90s media that wasn't specifically made for children.
Yeah.
Or two, Michael should be here every time we record to
I think it was all Seinfeld.
I think-
I
here's the
contributed
thing,
to
I
it all.
think-
very funny.
I think sometimes it's hard for me to put myself in like a kid headspace, and this
Right.
is something that I enjoyed as like a 27-year-old person.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? I think, if I'd seen it as a kid, I would have been like, what the
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. That's a good
You know
point.
what I mean? So I think that contributed, but it's just like a really good show. I think it's really easy to identify with, like as a 20-something person, right? Who's like in your late 20s, early 30s. Like I can see myself, like, we're going to go to breakfast tomorrow morning, and we're going to talk about dumb crap.
Right.
You know? Like, that's what it is. It's great. I'm really happy.
I'm so happy to hear this. I really.
Obviously, this is made for adults. I have
Yeah.
to say, having not seen it since I was probably maybe 15 or so, it is so much funnier. Like
Absolutely.
at our
Oh,
age
yeah.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Absolutely.
which is kind of a no-brainer, but it's way more enjoyable
Yeah.
now.
I was worried it wouldn't hold
100%.
up, so I watched a couple episodes before I came prepared in case you throw it on, you're like, wow, this was not that good.
Yeah.
I feel like they all hold up. At least the ones
yeah.
I saw.
See, I've been in that situation many times. I'm like, oh, this show's gonna be great, and then I don't preview it, and we watch it. I'm like, oh man, so I guess Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like, hey.
That's why it took them so long to put it on Hulu, because they wanted to keep getting syndication money.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I'm
Is it still in
totally sold.
syndication? I feel like it.
Oh yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
but they milked it.
You're
as
welcome
much.
to keep my Hulu
Right.
login and
Yeah.
go through Seinfeld.
We're probably gonna, because we want to watch
Yeah.
The Handmaid's Tale and the rest of Always Sunny at some point.
Very similar to Seinfeld. Seinfeld,
yeah.
Handmaid's Tale, kind of
Yeah,
a direct
absolutely.
spin-off.
It's like basically a crossover.
Yeah, I thought it was a sequel. Isn't Elaine
got
one
Aunt
of
Lydia,
the
the-
handmaids in it?
Yeah, she becomes Aunt Lydia.
Elaine would be coming.
Louis Testikoff was married to Aunt Lydia.
That
feels
actually
right.
makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. He would be
Yeah.
commander.
So I think this.
What's the deal with Red Hoods?
I think the show simultaneously gets 1 million splats and -6 splats.
I'm so happy to hear
Okay,
Yeah.
so a
Yeah.
million plus -6, and then we're going to take the absolute value of those splats, and that'll be
Absolutely,
the...
yep.
You square it, and
Yeah.
then -b plus
Do
or
a little
minus the
basic
square root of
calculus.
splat.
Oh, we're going to use the
Splat
quadratic
plus
formula?
4a.
the quadsplatic formula.
Oh.
Sorry, I ruined our good vibes we were having there. That was a joke that would not have been good enough to be on Seinfeld.
I love Matt jokes.
All right. So that was great. I'm
Happy to
in.
hear it. Thank
I'm,
you.
I'm very pleased. Thanks for bringing this to me.
I'm
Oh
so
my
glad
God.
that
Yeah,
you
this was
enjoyed your
wonderful.
second
Yeah.
Nostalgia episode ever.
Yeah, there's really not that many.
Is there any other that stand out to you as like that was good enough?
Other than me.
No, the Wild Thornberries was good. I liked that
Oh, yeah.
because I wanted
yeah,
to
you
talk
really
about
like Wild
those.
Thornberries, yeah.
And I like
Hey Arnold, Wild
the
Thornberries.
what's his name? It's
Oh yeah, Nigel Thornberry,
Yeah.
Tim Curry, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a really high quality actor to have on a Nickelodeon show. No offense.
What
to
else did I like?
Nickelodeon
Anything?
actors. No.
I like Mario.
You like Dexter's a little.
Okay, I like that. I
Little
like Mario.
Yeah, well, kind of. You died a lot.
Was
It was
died a
basically
lot?
just Super Mario, the game.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It was basically just you saying, how do I jump the whole time. But, other than that, yeah, you kind of...
Here's a behind the scenes question for you. If you can share it. How far ahead are you right now? And
Not
what's your
far.
backlog?
Not as far as we used to be. We have probably another maybe 10, which is pretty far.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
It's way further than we ever were doing You Gotta Watch.
We were like
Yeah.
the night of.
Yeah. But we're probably 10 right now. There was a time where we were like
30.
half a year. We
Yeah,
were like
we were, like,
6 months
30
ahead. And we just
Wow.
let that ride and we didn't record enough.
You can just take a single day and like knock out
That's the
6
thing.
months.
We did it. We started the show over our winter break or from school last year.
We had 8 snow days this year.
Yes,
And
we had a
needed
lot of
to,
snow days and we were
had
off
already
for
like
Christmas.
played all our board games and like done all the winter activities.
So we
that
recorded
needed
like
to
2
do.
a day
Yeah.
for an entire, at least a week.
Oh,
And
that's
that guy,
great.
when we started the show, we were already like
Do
2
that every
months
year.
ahead.
Yeah, next winter break.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we were going to do it all summer and then we just
Didn't.
if anybody out there has a show they want to recommend, send it to us. You can go on the Anchor app and leave us a voice message. You can email us, notstalgia@aol.com, or you can go to www.notstalgia. Was that 3 W's?
That was 3. Yes.
Okay, I thought I went more.
Don't
but
go
I
to
didn't.
4 W's.
Yeah, no, well, you don't want to go to that
It's a dirty
website.
site.
Yeah, www.notstalgia.org, and you can find us there. You can find us on most of the social medias, and that's it. Thanks for coming, Michael.
Thank you so much. This has been great. I really enjoyed it.
What's the deal with podcast sign-offs? You know? People saying bye.